Right then, hello and welcome back to the channel. Now today we are back with another rebuild as the Roma one went down absolutely fantastically. Thank you so much for that. Today we are in Spain and we are at Valencia, a club with a rich history, having won the league 6 times, the last of which being in 03-04. They also won the Copa del Rey just 2 seasons ago, but this season they're languishing down in 14th place due to Peter Lim really just not running the club very well as an owner. In the past they've had players like David Silva, Juan Mata, David Villa all go on to bigger and better things at other clubs, but now it's my turn to try and see if we can get this club to the heights we know they can achieve, the likes of winning the Liga, the Copa del Rey, and maybe even the Champions League. Now if you're excited for this one, please do of course subscribe to the channel, leave a like as that helps with the YouTube algorithm, and let me know in the comments what team you want to see me do next. Now I will just move on to the rules just in case this is your first time here. So then how I do my rebuilds here is the main goal and the final goal is to win the Champions League. All the games then will be simulated except the Champions League final, which I will play live with some live commentary, and the rebuild ends as soon as the Champions League has been won. No matter if we've won the league, the cup or whatever, if we get to the Champions League final, we end the rebuild. So now let's go and have a look at the squad starting for us. So as I mentioned in the intro then, Valencia did not bring anyone in the summer. They only sold players worth 85 million overall for the club because they needed to balance the books. So I'm going to stick to that with this rebuild. For the first season, I'm not going to sign any player. What I will do is I will loan a few players out and maybe sell if I need to, but I'm not going to be bringing in any players. So this is how the squad looks as it was presented to me when I loaded the save. What I'm going to do now is run through it, go through some loans out, and I'll show you those right now. A couple of loans to start us off then. First up is Jesus Vasquez out to Cruz Azul for a year. And then along with him, Guilherme Molina goes out to Benevito for a year. And our final loan then is Copa Cointretti out for 2 years to Belenenses in Portugal, I believe. Our first and only sale then is Stephanie Emana out to Denmark to FC Michelin for 250,000. Well, that didn't take too long then. Only 4 outgoings, and that's because we've now got quite a thin squad if you look at it. I didn't realise how thin the squad was going to be considering I can't bring anyone in. I forgot about that. So now we start Gramero and we start Ferro in the back. Ferro is on loan as well as Cutrone down here, but we should be able to do quite well. And I'm thinking, purely because this is the first season, I can't bring anyone in. I'm not going to bring anyone in January. We're going to go straight to the end of season. So let's see how we did. And well, here we are in the Liga at the end of the season. We've actually managed to get ourselves up into 5th. That is very surprising considering Valencia in real life are about 14th in the Liga this season. Without signing anyone, we've managed to get up into the Europa League spots. So we've got Europa League football next year as well. And I will say, because I did see the Copa del Rey as we simmed through it. We didn't make the final, but we did make the semi-finals. Yes, we may have lost 6-3 on aggregate, but it was to Barcelona. So I'm quite happy with that from us. And we'll just now go and check how everyone did for the season in the squad. So if we check it then, as you can see overall, Maximiliano Gomez got 37 goals, 29 in the league, 6 in the Copa del Rey. That was absolutely amazing. Guedes then behind him with 12 is still pretty good. And Vallejo with our next best striker with 9. Hopefully he can get into double figures next year. Fast himself on right wing got 8. Bakic with 7. Lee with 6, which is good. Cutrone with 6. He's on loan. I'll look to bring him back in, I think. And we've had quite a few then on 3 and 2 and 1. Assist-wise, Guedes, Maximiliano Gomez top it with 9 each. Again, we're looking for someone to get double figures in both. That would be very helpful. Fast with 7 is very good. Gaia, who did get an injury towards the end of the season, only got 6. Soler with 5. Vallejo with 4. Rakic with 3. And then a couple on 2 as well. But as first seasons go, I'm pretty happy with that. And it's looking like this team is progressing quite well. And now that I'm going to be able to make signings this summer coming, I'm thinking that the Europa League is a competition we could go quite far in, as well as pushing towards Champions League places in La Liga. So let's just get into season 2 and see how we do. So here we are then at the start of season 2, and as you can see, there's been quite a bit of growth, like Gomez, Guedes, Soler, all of these people that have grown. So I'm thinking I need a right mid because Vass is aging. I want a keeper that is eventually going to replace Citizen. Then I'm going to look into sell like Gramero, bring in Cutrone, and basically see what I can do to improve the backups and maybe slightly improve the starting 11 as well. First to go out the door then is aging Kevin Gomero for 2.2 million to Spurs. Next up to leave is Guilherme Molina for 1.9 million to Girona, and Adrio Guerrero goes out to PSV for 1.5 million. And our final sale is Javi Jimenez to Edu Den Haag for $250,000. Our only loan this year is Jesus Vasquez to Fuenlabrada for 1 year. On to signings then, and the first one I decided to bring in was a player we did have last season in Patrick Cutrone from Wolves for about 15 million, and he gets himself a 5-year deal in he comes. We then went for the keeper that I mentioned, and that's Luis Maximiano from Sporting. He comes in for 22.5 million on a 5-year deal. Fantastic business. I don't know why we always seem to pick on the team, but we're back at Wolves now looking for Pedro Neto for our right wing position, but I'm going to accept 38.7 million. Nice one. And the contract deals are just a formality. He does come in for 4 years though. And our final signing is a backup centre mid then in Yves Bissouma from Brighton for 20 mil, and on a 3-year deal he comes in. A very well-rounded midfielder. I'm happy to have brought him in. And so here then is the squad we're going to be using going into season 2 then, and hopefully far in the Europa League and the league. We've got Neto now out on the right. That's the only signing that starts. We have got Maximiano who will come in, and Bissouma now on the bench. Cutrone also on the bench, and it's looking a much more well-rounded squad than it did at the start. I think I've had a couple of aging departures as well, so I'm quite happy with that. I've still got high hopes for Musa and Lee as well of getting into this team. So let's just see how we're going to do in January. And well, here we are in January, and my god, it's looking good for us, you know. 3rd place, 37 points, a point ahead of Real Madrid after 18 games. I'll certainly take it. Now we're a bit away from Madrid and Barcelona. We've only lost 1 game each, so maybe the title is off the cards, but I think Champions League football most certainly is on the cards. And if we go and look at the Europa League and how we did in the group stage in that one, we actually did top the group. I'm quite pleased being top of the group, and in the round of 32 we have Braga. Actually not the easiest game, probably could have got an easier tie, but I'll take it. We should be able to get through. This is good at halfway through. I'm quite pleased with it. We'll go forward. I'm not doing any business, so we'll go forward to the end of the season. Well, here we are then at the end of season 2, and as you can see then we've made it to the Europa League final. It was a competition I was thinking we would do quite well in, so what we're going to do is we're just going to check how the league and the Copa del Rey went before we sim this final. So in La Liga we ended up finishing 4th. Good finish. Real Madrid pulled themselves right back into the race, but we kind of dropped off, but I'll take 4th place. In the Copa del Rey we once again, by the way, went out in the semi-finals, this time to Real Sociedad on aggregate. But as I was saying, it is time for the Europa League final. We'll have a quick look at the team then just before we go into it. As you can see, Gaia, who's only just coming back from an injury, so hopefully he's okay. Lee is starting in place of Gomez, who is suspended for this tie, which is unfortunate because we could probably do with him. Chelsea's team looks tough, looks very tough. Hopefully we can get ourselves a win in this final. Oh, after extra time, 3-2. What a win that is. Oh, Vallejo getting a goal, Rakic getting a goal. Anyone else? Rakic got the other. Soler missed a penalty, Lee got sent off. What a final this was. It had everything. Now let's just go and see who our best performers were in this very successful season. So in terms of top goal scorers then, it was again Maximiliano Gomez, this time with 29, a little bit less, but Vallejo did very well getting 23, and Rakic 22, Soler 16, Guedes 11, Neto 11. This is what you want. Goals galore, fantastic. And then it's a big drop down to 3 from pretty much the defenders basically. Assist wise, as I wanted, we got double figures. Gaia was one of them. Soler then 15, double figures in both from him. Fantastic season. Rakic with 9, Gomez 9, Guedes 7, Vallejo 7. Pretty good. I'm very pleased with this season by far. As you can see, we won the Europa League. We're in top 4, so it's Champions League next year, and what we want to do is we want to win it next year if we can, or at least try and win the Liga. So either way, season 3 is going to be big. And so here is a look then at the squad that is starting for season 3. It looks pretty good, you know. I'm just thinking I could obviously do with the right back. Correa's not cutting it. I thought it would grow, but he hasn't, so I'm going to need a new right back. As opposed to backups, we're pretty solid, I think. Maybe a few in there if I can find any that will fit. Other than that, not too much in. I'm thinking a new centre back as well to try and push forward along with the 87 rated we seem to be running here. But this is a solid team for Champions League, for fighting for La Liga. I'm pretty confident. And an important bit of business then is Manu Vallejo's release clause has been met, and he does want to leave, unfortunately. So he will be going to Juventus, and I need to look for a new striker. Once again then, our only loanee is Jesus Vasquez, and I'm going to accept both of these offers, quite frankly. So he'll go to France, but who knows what team it is. First sale then is Cristiano Piccini, as we need to make room for a new right back. So out goes our current backup right back to RC Lens. Our next sale then is Jorge Sanchez for 4.8 million to Angers in France. We then sold Eliki Mangala to Sassuolo for 2.25 million, and then Vicente Escudero went out to Deportivo Alaves as well. Our first bit of business then is actually a bit of free business, as Andreas Christensen is on the free agents list, so I thought I need a centre back. I wanted one, I'm probably going to get another, but I'll bring him in for sure on a 4-year deal. To replace the outgoing Vallejo then, we do sit down with Sociedad to talk about Alexander Isaac, and we agree on 43 million, and he agrees to a 5-year deal on 75k a week, so we love to see it, in he comes. And finally onto the right back we sat down with Brendan Rodgers to talk about Timothy Castagna. 22.5 million was the fee we agreed, and then he agreed a 4-year deal. Now I think his versatility could be key. Now, the final signing I'm going to make is an attempt to improve the depth at the club, especially in the midfield. So I'm looking at Billy Gilmour from Chelsea, 20 million we've agreed, along with a 4-year contract. Could be one for the future, Mr. Billy Gilmour. And then here is the squad we will be running for season 3 then. I like the look of it. Castagna does add to the defence quite a good bit. Hopefully he grows a little bit. I know he's 26, but we're pretty solid now. We were looking for Lee or for Isaac here on the bench to grow. We've got better depth now in Christensen, Bissouma. Gilmour will help that when he does grow. I'm sure he will. Yeah, it's not too bad. We're running a thin squad, but I do like to run thin squads in the rebuild so that we keep as many people as possible happy. So now it's just to hope that we can do well in the Liga and the Champions League. Let's go to January. Well, here we are in January then, and we've had some absolutely terrible news, and that is that Guedes has left. He's gone to Barcelona of all teams. Why did they do this to me? So that's my star left mid gone. Not great when we're pushing for the league and the Champions League. I don't actually know where we are yet. Turns out that with Guedes then we're doing all right. We've only lost a couple of games this year, 40 points. And Barcelona, of course, winning the league with 47. And now they're going to get Guedes off me as well, which means I'm going to need to go and make a signing. Well then, I thought we should sit down with Pep. After a couple of seasons ago, selling Ferran Torres for only 25 million, we're going to buy him back for a grand prix of 77.5 million. But we do welcome Torres back to the Mestalla on a 5-year deal. Hopefully he does well for us now. So Ferran Torres then is back in Valencia colours with the number 20 on his back. Hopefully he can help us now with Guedes gone towards the title and through in the Champions League as well, as we did breeze through our group, winning every single game, and that does bring us to a Spurs round of 16 tie then, so hopefully we get through that. Let's go and find out. And well then, here we are at the end of the season in the exact same place we were in, and that is 3rd place. We're only 2 points ahead of Real Madrid, and we were 8 points behind Atletico Madrid, and then 11 points or 12 points behind Barcelona. Not great from us. We need to stop drawing so many games. We'll check the Copa del Rey though. Oh, we've won it. Oh, you love to see it. 3-3, we won it on penalties. Over Atletico Madrid as well. That's fantastic. We'll take that. In the Champions League, Spurs are in the final against Man United, all English final. I'll show you, we went out 7-3 on aggregate to Spurs in the round of 16. So it's not a good performance in the Champions League. We're going to want to do better, and we're going to want to do better in the league. But at least we did win the Copa del Rey. We'll take that. And our top goal scorer was Uros Rakic with 30. That's not good enough, actually, from our strikers, if I'm honest. Gomez also got 30. Then it was Isaac with 21, which is good, and Lee with 17. So the goals were spread around. Even Soler got 10. But assists was dominated by Rakic again, 17. Gaia with 14, always getting assists from left back, the leader from the back, as you can see. Soler with 14, Gomez with 5, Isaac with 5. Castagna even got 3, but he did have an injury as well. But our Champions League performance is where we need to improve, and we want to be pushing into the top 2 of the league as well come season 4. Because this is the team that we're going into season 4 with then. It's not too bad, but I'm looking at this little 3 piece here that's not too great. We need a top draw centre back in there for sure, and then I'm thinking more backups. We're just going to have to keep getting the good backups and hopefully improving the team behind the starting 11, and that should keep it going quite well. But for now, it's time for some transfer business. First loan out is the usual loan, and that is Jesus Vasquez, but this time he's going to Beerschot for 2 years in Belgium, I believe. And this time it's actually not just Vasquez going on loan. Diakabi is also going on loan to Real Sociedad for a year. So where do you go when you need to make an absolutely massive signing? You go and talk to Pep Guardiola at Manchester City. So we're speaking about Ruben Diaz. And he's not come cheap at 80 million and 200 grand a week, basically. But I reckon he's going to be the absolute rock we need at the back. And then on to trying to improve the backups, and I've gone for Dwight McNeil for a left mid for 25 million. Also, seeing as Jasper Citizen is retiring, I'm looking for a new backup keeper. So Freddie Woodman from Newcastle is the man, and he only costs us 11 million, so it's not too bad. He's here for 3 years. And here then is the final squad for season 4. I'm happy with the signings. I haven't actually sold anyone, and I'm not going to either, because quite frankly, I just don't feel the need to let anyone else go. I'm pretty happy with the squad. It's time to do a lot better in the Champions League and the league, so let's go and do it. Now, well, it's about time that this is where we are in January. After 18 games, 47 points, top of the table. We're only 5 points ahead of Barca, so that's a lead that is definitely losable, so we're going to have to do well to not lose it. However, in the Champions League, I will just say we also did amazingly, as we did last time. This time we did lose one, that was to Chelsea, I believe it was. Fantastic from us. And in the round of 16 we do have Leverkusen, which I would say is a little bit easier, but top of the league so far. We need to keep it going towards the end of the season. Oh my god, that's us through in the Champions League, and we won the cup final. That's a draw against Levante, that's not good, but a good win against Villarreal. Chelsea in the semis, come on. First leg draw, not great. Second leg now, come on, we've got to get a win, and we do. That's the final final. It's Barcelona. Would you believe it? I promise you lot, I don't fix it to be at 4 seasons, but we always seem to make it within the 4th season. I don't know why. But I'm looking at here, we're going to end the league season against Getafe with a win. We've won so much. Surely we won the league and we're in the Champions League final. And then there is the confirmation I was waiting for of winning the league title with 100 points dead on. Fantastic. Ahead of Atletico Madrid, who were then 5 points ahead of Barca and Madrid. We've broken the monopoly at the top of La Liga, and we've absolutely bossed it this year. Fantastic. We did unfortunately go out in the Supercopa to Atletico Madrid 2-0, but I'll take winning the league. And I'm thinking winning the Copa del Rey 4-0, by the way. I did already know that. I did see it. And then as you saw, we're in the Champions League final against Barcelona. I would have loved it to have been a different team, not a Spanish team, but I'll go and take it. I'll beat anyone. So let's go and do it. We'll have a quick look at the team then before we actually go into the Champions League final. And Dwight McNeil is in to start because Ferran Torres decided to get himself suspended for the biggest game of his career by far. I'm actually going to start Yunus Musa purely as he is an OG Valencia player. But I will have Dwight McNeil on the bench. But everyone else has grown absolutely fantastically. The question is this team ready and available to beat Messi's Barcelona in a Champions League final? Who knows, but we're about to find out. Here we go, then you can see the orange, the white around the stadium. I'm not actually sure what stadium we're in. The Volkspark Stadion is the venue for the biggest game Valencia have played in a long time, the Champions League final. They needed this rebuild for sure. We want the orange and white ribbons on it by the end. But Barcelona have got a good squad. They're going to be difficult to play against. We beat them in the league to the league title. They won't be happy about it. So let's go. They've had a tough run. So have we. But let's get this game underway and see if we can beat them to the Champions League trophy. Guy's been caught out of position here, and Ousmane Dembele's in behind. He's coming in towards Ferro, who's done well, but it's bounced back. What a save by Maximiano. Pedro Neto now coming inside onto his right foot. Gives it to Gomez. He's standing up. Ginter. There goes Neto. The ball's still not good enough. That final pass isn't clicking for Valencia yet. That's a good ball over the top from Messi into Gabriel Jesus, but that's a terrible finish from him. Barcelona have had chances. They should be in front, I'd say. Carlos Soler waiting for the right time, and this time the ball's good. Kangin Lee's in behind. 35 minutes in. Out comes Ter Stegen, but Lee puts it past him for a 1-0 lead for Valencia in the Champions League final. Finally, the final pass clicked. Valencia get their goal and they are 1-0 up now. Castagna forward from right back takes a good couple of touches. Can he whip the ball in? Oh, Kangin Lee was free. It was just a poor cross. And the referee should blow for half time. Any second now, there it goes. Decent first half. The final ball just wasn't there for Valencia. They got let off by Barcelona, missing a couple of chances. It's all to play for in the second half. Messi with space as Barcelona are countering, but what a good challenge from Ferro there. Fantastic defending. Kangin Lee's looking to set Rakic in behind. Can we then go to Gomez? We can. Maximiliano Gomez over Ter Stegen. That's fantastic from him. Terrible keeping from Ter Stegen. But Valencia go 2-0 into the lead with an hour gone. 30 minutes left. Can they hold on? Barcelona need to go for it now, and you can tell from their pressing that they're trying for it, but we've passed it out well there. Dyer out wide. Can we go past the man? We've gone over into Kangin Lee. He's just going to lift it for Neto. Can he come back inside Ginter and lift it for a man? Anyone? Put your head on it. Rakic. Oh, what a finish that is. It's actually Gomez. Unbelievable header that was. With 20 minutes to go, wraps up the game, and it's 3-0 Valencia. What a header that was from the penalty spot. If you're going to win a game, you may as well do it with an absolutely thunderous header like that. No chance for Ter Stegen. Unreal. Gabriel Jesus now into Messi in a bit of space. Not what you want. Diaz gets a block in. Great challenge. And with a minute to go, Barca either need to get this forward or just give up, which it looks like they have done. And there goes the final whistle. The referee calls it a day. And it's 3-0 to Valencia, the final score in the Champions League final here in Germany. What a performance from a Valencia squad that still has a core of Valencia players that are there in real life. So is this possible to do? Maybe. Tell me in the comments below. But an absolutely brilliant rebuild. I loved this one. It was very good. All of the players have grown and performed really well. Some good signings, I think, if I do say so myself. And Jose Gaya is about to lift the Champions League for Valencia. Something I'm sure he's always dreamed of doing. Lifting the big one for Valencia. There it is, Jose Gaya. Well, is there any way then that Peter Lim can take Valencia out of this trouble that they're in right now? 14th as it stands, I think, in the Liga. Not the best. Can they get up to winning the La Liga like we've done here? Who knows? I'm sure next season will be interesting for this club. But for now, we'll leave it here of what can be if performed well. Valencia, UEFA Champions League winners. So there you have it then, Valencia winners of the Champions League, and we'll just check our run in. As you can see, round of 16, as I said, we had Leverkusen, which we did win on aggregate 5-2. Quarterfinals took down PSG, semi-finals took down Chelsea, and a final took down Barcelona. You can see here in terms of appearances, goals and assists. Appearances 63, goals 51, and only 6 assists actually isn't that great, but still 51 goals for the Uruguayan 27-year-old, 93 overall, unbelievable. As for the rest of the team, banging Lee with 25 goals in 50 odd games is very good. Ferran Torres then with 24 is also good. Soler with 20, Rakic with 17, Neto with 12 as well is very good. And then as for assists, you saw Soler absolutely boss La Liga with 21, 29 overall. Just ahead of Rakic, you've got 19. That's still an amazing total. Lee with 13 is again amazing. Torres in double figures for both goals and assists is what you want from your wingers. Guy actually had a fall off from his normal 14-ish assists to 7. Neto with 6. Gomez, Castagna, Ferro, Isaac all getting a good amount of assists, especially from the bench for people like Isaac. But what a rebuild this has been. What a squad we've assembled here. Absolutely fantastic. And I'll leave you then looking at the squad as we lined it up when we played games. What a squad this has been, and that will be the end of today's rebuild. I do hope you've enjoyed it. As I said at the start, the Roma one absolutely banged, and I can't thank you enough for that. I don't know how this one will do, but I hope you enjoy it if you do watch it. That's the main thing I'm hoping for. And of course, if you did, please do leave it a like, subscribe to the channel especially. That really helps me. I'm so close now to the 1,000. I would really appreciate anyone who chooses to subscribe. Liking the video as well, helping with the YouTube algorithm. That Roma one just got in it and went, which you love to see. If you want to follow me anywhere else, you can follow me on Twitter, you can follow me on TikTok, or you can follow me on Twitch. But other than that, lads, I appreciate you watching this one. Thank you very much, and I will see you all in the next one.